like it's me versus me. Don't see competition, why would you compete? Don't even gotta be woke, still gonna be up.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Destiny LaShawn. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you have that notification bell on. But let's get to it. Today, I basically just want to have a chit chat with the ladies about knowing that you are enough, like you're beautiful enough, you're smart enough, and just like knowing your worth, not letting these men run over you. So basically, I'm gonna just be sharing past experience that I had, like with relationships where I didn't know my worth or I felt like I wasn't enough. And then basically just sharing like friendships that I had with boys, but it was nothing serious where I didn't know my worth. So let's get to it. So, you know, our generation kind of looks up to celebrities as being like couple goals. You always hear girls be like, oh, I want to be just like such and such. Like, I feel like our generation and people that are younger than us need to stop looking up to celebrities, because celebrities go through stuff just like we go through stuff. Celebrities are normal people just like us, just with more money. So y'all need to stop saying, oh, I want to have such and such a relationship like such and such. No. Think about a relationship that you genuinely want. Think about a relationship that you set your own goals instead of trying to be like somebody else and try to take somebody else's goals. Set your own goals at the end of the day. But basically, I just want to start off with like history I had with like boys that I dated in the past. So my first boyfriend ever was in middle school. I believe I was in the 7th grade. His name was Aaron. You know, Aaron was typical guy, cool guy, popular in middle school. Everybody knew Aaron. Like, nobody in the school didn't know who Aaron was. So, yeah, you know, I was young and dumb back then in middle school. Like, if he gonna be cool, then I'm gonna be cool. Then people gonna think we cute together and we couple goals. That's how I used to think. But I don't think like that no more. But yeah, me and Aaron, we basically grew up in like the same area or whatever. But the reason I found out Aaron had liked me is because his cousin came over there and told me that Aaron liked me and he wanted to date me. So I was like, yeah, cool. Like, I thought it would have been cool. That's my first boyfriend. Of course, I was down with it. So I was like, yeah, why not? We gonna make it work. We gonna make it do what it do. So things went downhill so quick. I believe we only dated probably like a week or like 3 days or something. But it was rumors going around in school. Like, I know I hate rumors. Like, you know, people were childish back then. I'm pretty sure people are still childish, but there were rumors going around in school that I was messing with another boy. And my close friends that knew me knew I couldn't stand this boy. Like, he would constantly bother me when he knew I had a boyfriend. So the boy that would bother me, his name was Warren. Like, he would constantly pick with me. I just think he had liked me, but I didn't like him because I had a boyfriend. Way before that, Warren used to pick with me. But he started like picking with me like more once I got with Aaron. But yeah, it was rumors going around the school that I was messing around with Warren while I was dating Aaron, which wasn't true. And of course, instead of coming to his girlfriend and asking me if those allegations was true and if I was cheating on him, he believed everybody, like the person that started the rumor, and broke up with me. Then get this, y'all, this is the big plot twist in the story. Like, I think 2-3 days later, he started dating my cousin. And then eventually later on down the line, he dated one of my ex-best friends. But we're not friends at all. We're not friends. Like, he dated my ex-best friend. And at that time, me and her wasn't talking anymore because I was mad at her about something. That was way before she started dating my ex. But I feel like that's against girl code. Like, you should have not dated my ex. I don't care if we were enemies, if we were not best friends anymore, if we were not friends in general. I feel like she had crossed the line. So yeah, like a couple of months after that, you know, he still tried to like be buddy with me in school and still like talk to me. Then it's just like every week, like I tell you, Aaron was the popular guy in school, so it's like every other week he got a new girlfriend. And some of the girls that he went with were my friends, and then I just had to cut them off because I feel like that was just against girl code. So yeah, And still to this day, we are in 2022, and he texts me, I believe, March or April on Facebook Messenger talking about some what's up. Well, he got a whole girlfriend, y'all. He has a whole girlfriend. Like, I did my investigation. I was on his page. I was looking at it, and then through a friend, I found out that he got a girlfriend. Even though I was not gonna fall for him again, and I was not gonna reply back. But yeah, y'all, he got a girlfriend, and so he texted me what's up on Facebook DM, and I opened it and I didn't say nothing back. So like a couple of months later, I think it was probably like May of 2022, he texted me talking about some what's up again. So I just left him on scene. I feel like he got the picture, like, I don't want to be bothered by you, I don't want to talk to you. Like, we can't be cool after what you did to me back in middle school. Like, I'm not the type to hold grudges, but it's like, I wash my hands, like, I'm done. Like, you got a whole girlfriend, you still on that mess from middle school. You could tell he still hasn't matured yet, and he's still childish. Like, why is you texting me? Why is you in my DMs when you got a whole girlfriend out here? And it was just weird to me. So yeah, that's how the relationship was with Aaron. My second boyfriend, like, nobody cheated or anything. We were cool or whatever. My second boyfriend, like, we didn't, he wasn't like Aaron. He was totally different. But my second boyfriend was Elijah. We broke up over something real petty because I didn't want to kiss him or whatever. I believe me and Elijah dated 8th grade, if I'm not mistaken. But y'all, Elijah was tall. He was just like really shy. Like, Elijah was the person that was like really quiet, and I'm not, like, I wouldn't be shocked if he's still quiet to this day. But we still keep in contact. Like I said, we still cool. We still keep in contact because we both in college now. We both got something going for our lives. We keep in contact. We'll just check on each other, be like, hey, how was such and such class? How was your semester? Stuff like that. But we still cool. Like, we haven't talked in a while, probably like 3-4 months now. But we still keep in contact. Like, he's really cool. He's really nice. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he like still shy, because like in middle school he was really shy. Like, he barely talked unless the teacher called on him and stuff like that, or if he was around his friends he would talk. But he was like super quiet. But yeah, he was a sweetheart. But yeah, we broke up because I didn't want to kiss him. But he was a sweetheart. Then like when we first started like being friends, like after years after like our relationship, we talked about it. He was like, I'm not upset or anything, I'm cool, it's in the past, that happened a long time ago. But yeah, he's really cool. If I had to choose, if I had to go back to one of my exes, I would definitely try to give the opportunity with Elijah again, because he was really cool. Like, no bad blood towards me and Elijah. So my third boyfriend, this is a big plot twist. This is where, y'all, I got in trouble. Literally, I think my third boyfriend, by the way, his name was Terrell. I think we dated, I want to say, like, I know I was still in middle school because I was at the point where I was still living with my father. But sometimes I would go to my sister's house on the weekends. Like, every other weekend I would go to her house. But this is the time when I was at my sister's house for the weekend. And I tricked my sister into taking me to the library, and it was like a basketball court like right across the like street or whatever. And I told her that my best friend was gonna be there, knowing that my boyfriend was gonna be there, and then some other boys or whatever. So yeah, she didn't leave. Like, she literally just parked the car in the library parking lot. It was me, my boyfriend, one of my ex-best friends, and her man, and then I think my ex-best friend, like her friend, and then like I think it was her cousin, and then some other boys. But yeah, one boy started talking to me. It wasn't my boyfriend though, it was one of the boys. And then my sister was like, oh, I think he like you, not knowing that she didn't know which one was my boyfriend. She didn't even know I had a boyfriend at the time. But yeah, with his situation, we had to stop dating because my sister told me I could not date him because I was too young. Like, she was like, I was too young to have a boyfriend. So that's why we broke up. And you know, after a couple of months after we stopped talking, like, I remember he moved from South Carolina to Pennsylvania, and he was still keeping contact with me. Like, he basically had a girlfriend, I think, staying at his house. And he would just, like, he was still staying with his mother, but his girlfriend was staying in his house with him. and he would just call me and text me like, why is you bothering me? It's like the same situation with Aaron. Like, why is you trying to keep in contact with me when you got a whole girlfriend? But yeah, he had a girlfriend. He still try to text me and stuff like that, because back then I had a PS3 and I believe he had one. He would like call me or text me and be like, yeah, get on the game with me, play the game, like get online and let's play the game and stuff like that. So yeah, it was just like, I feel like you crossing your boundaries that you made with your girlfriend. Like, you shouldn't be texting another female if you got a whole girlfriend. Like, you shouldn't be texting one of your exes. And it just got weird to the point where he changed up on me. Like, when he had a girlfriend, he would be like, you need to stop calling and texting me, when he was the one calling and texting me. And of course I was being a dummy, the typical dumb girl, answering the phone, keeping conversation, when I shouldn't have been doing that when he had a whole girlfriend. But yeah, y'all, and then I got some receipts for y'all too, because this boy, we were just like buddy buddy. We was just friends. Like, we weren't like in a relationship, if that makes sense. We were just like really close friends. So me and him met, I believe we met in 2020 sometime. I think it was like a couple of days after my birthday, because if you know, I'm an Aquarius. And I think he DM'd me on Facebook Messenger like February 18th, but my birthday is February 11th, so I think it was like the week after he had DM'd me. He was just like, what's up, what's your name and stuff like that. And obviously he was just acting stupid, because my Facebook name is my real name. Like, he was just acting stupid. So of course I was trying to play hard to get, being like sarcastic or whatever, and he'd be like, don't get sarcastic with me, or don't get smart with me. Like, clearly I didn't know. So sorry, I just burped, y'all. So long story short, this is when the pandemic was going on. Well, it's probably still going on now, but this is when I was a sophomore in college at my old school, when I was still living in South Carolina. I remember we went on spring break in like March of 2020. Yeah, March of 2020. And you know how we were supposed to return back to school, but we did not return back to school. It just made us do online schooling from the end of spring break until I think like April or May. I just can't remember which one it was. But I remember back in like July or the end of June, remind y'all, like, all my clothes was upstate South Carolina. It was in upstate South Carolina. Like, I didn't have none of my clothes. Like, I had clothes at home, but I had to keep rewashing them every week and wearing the same thing over, because all my clothes was up there at school, and I couldn't just go get it. Like, they literally emailed us and let us know when we can go one by one and get all our stuff out the dorm and stuff like that. So I remember probably like the end of June, July of 2020. I had this ex friend. She's a girl, her name was Destiny too, but she had helped me move out of my dorm or whatever. And I remember after that, me and her went and got something to eat. And then after that, I headed back like downwards to South Carolina, like down, I don't know if I wouldn't say downstate is the proper word, but we headed back down to where she lived, because we had lived an hour away, because I moved from where she had lived at like a couple of years ago. So we had went back to like where she was living at. But before I took her home, I went to Darius' house, because I didn't want it to happen to me. So I had her with me, and basically he was just sitting in my truck. And remind you, my whole backseat was covered with all the stuff that came from my dorm, like my bins with my clothes in it, my shoes, all that, like in the decor, like all that was just, you know, in the back seat. And then I had stuff in my trunk too, so it was nowhere for him to sit. It was literally just the driver's seat that was empty and the freaking passenger. Like, we literally had stuff up there in the front seat with us. But you know, in my truck you got like the little, I don't know, like the little footstep part, like you can sit on. So that's what he had said at. And he was cool or whatever. He was taking pictures with me. I remember my friend that we're not friends anymore, she was taking video of us like without him knowing or whatever. So at the beginning he was just such a sweetheart. I remember when I was leaving, he gave me a hug. He was asking me when I was coming to see him again. And And a couple of months went by. My second ex-best friend, we don't talk anymore, but my second ex-best friend and then the friend, her name was Destiny to her, we were in a group chat. And I just noticed one night that I just so happened to go on Facebook and I looked up Darius' name. And I was like, his name not popping up. So you automatically be like, oh yeah, you block or whatever. So I made my ex-friend Destiny go on Facebook and type in his name. I was like typing his name and see what pop up. So she was like, it pop up for him. So I was like, yeah, I'm blocked. So you know, we were following each other on all social medias, which were Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. I don't have a Twitter, just those 3 social media platforms. So after that, I went on Snapchat, and I knew we were following each other on Snapchat because he had posted a few hours ago. And I just so happened to go on Snapchat and I didn't see his name. So I was like, yeah, I'm blocked on there too. So of course, you know, I go to the last social media platform, which was Instagram, type in the name. Because he posted something on Instagram too, on his Instagram story, a couple of hours like before all this went down. And, you know, I was blocked on there too. So I was like, I don't know what I did. Like, I was heartbroken. I didn't know what I did. I just thought it was something wrong with me. I just thought I wasn't pretty enough, or why is this happening to me and stuff like that. So come to find out, him and my friend, my ex-friend Destiny, were still friends on Snapchat, and she just so happened to watch his snap, and it turned out that he had a girlfriend or whatever. And I didn't know. I feel like the bigger, like the more mature situation would have been like, oh, I got a girlfriend, can't talk to you no more, da 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 da. But that wasn't the case. I was just blocked. But a couple of hours ago, we was all cool. It was good. It was no situation. It was no issue. So yeah. Then after that, y'all, it took me probably like a month or a couple of weeks to like get over him. Then of course, like months later, still in 2020, he called me out of nowhere. Because remind you, all I did was erase his number, like his name, out of my contacts, but I didn't block him or whatever. So I answered because it was a South Carolina number. It could have been, I thought it could have been a family member or whatever. So I answered and da 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 da. He talking about some, yeah, you did me wrong, da da da. How did you wrong? I did nothing to you. You was the one that blocked me without explanation. You was the one like just stopped talking to me, like just basically cut me off, but I did you wrong. So I was like, this is what you called me for, and I don't have time for this. So I hang up the phone. Of course, he calling back. He like, how you been, or I miss you. Like I say, they gonna always come running back when such and such don't want them no more. They gonna always come running back to you, because if that girl start messing with them, they gonna come back to the person that they know probably gonna take them back or start talking to them again. So I just hang up the phone on him again. Then the third time he didn't call back. He was just like, I tried to tell you that it's no beef towards us, but you about to get blocked again because you being childish. So I really did not care. Like, I really did not care. So here we are in 2022. He reached out to me on Facebook, was like, I just want you to know it's no bad blood between us, and like we could be cool or whatever. So you know, me being a dumb person, I try to forgive people and try to work things out. But I feel like every situation, you don't need to be worked out. Once you wash your hand with that person, you need to leave them alone. And you get so many red flags, so many signs that you need to leave that person alone. But of course, me was avoiding all those signs. So he texted me. He added me back on Facebook and Instagram, but not Snapchat. So I got messages with him being really thirsty. Really thirsty. Let me go to these messages. Oh, I gotta find the messages, because long story short, after this conversation, I'm gonna tell y'all. So basically, I had posted this picture. This picture was basically when I went on my trip to LA for spring break of this year. And of course, he texted me talking about something, I want to F the SHIT out of you one day. That's what he said, y'all. So y'all see I didn't reply. So I made like zucchini boats that night. He was like, cook for me. So I was like, you know you're not gonna eat no vegan food. He was like, I could try it. I said, okay, what do you want to eat? He was like, anything you cook me. So of course, you know, boys are extra, they're not mature. You know, girls mature faster than boys. At the age of 25, that's when our brain fully develops, or that's when we fully mature or whatever. And remind y'all, he was like a couple of years older than me. I believe he's 24 and I'm 21, but you're still acting like a little boy. You're not thinking like a grown man. You're not acting like a man. Now I say these boys don't be thinking, they're very immature. So after he said, anything you cook for me, he was like, I want to smash too. Is that cool? And he put this, so I didn't reply, y'all. When he said I want to smash too, I didn't reply. So he was like, block list. He was like, block list, you go again. BS. I was like, you know you're not going to eat that, like what I cook or whatever. And I was like, that's fine. And when he was like, block list too, I was like, that's fine. It's like, y'all don't take the time to get to know people. All y'all want to do is sleep with somebody. He was like, girl, bye, grow up, keep it real, you can't take it. And before he could block me on Instagram, I had blocked him. Like, I washed my hands, I was done. I'm literally done this time. I had washed my hands, I blocked him on Instagram. Then I hurry up and hopped on Facebook and I blocked him on there. But it's the simple fact that that's how a lot of men are these days. They don't take their time to get to know somebody. It's automatically, can we sleep together? And you know, majority of these girls are easy and they gonna do it. But with me, I don't play that. I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm saving my virginity for marriage. And that's another thing. Like, when men are like friends or somebody ask me like, are you still a virgin? I say yes, because I am. Like, I never lost my virginity. And they always think I'm lying. Like, why would I lie about something so simple as that? I would never lie about something like that. But people don't believe me. But like I said, I'm saving it for marriage. I feel like it's no rush because you have so many diseases out here, STDs, HIV, you have all that, and ain't nobody trying to have that. I feel like you should be careful, and if you do decide to break your virginity, I feel like y'all should use protection, because majority of girls don't do that. But yeah, I had to wash my hands with it because I know my worth, and I know that I am enough. I know that, like I said, I know that I am enough. And I know my worth. Like, I'm not finna deal with nobody talking to me like that. I'm not finna put up with nobody just trying to use me or just get my body. Like, I'm not finna deal with that. So I had to wash my hands with him. I'm completely done with him. I'm not unblocking him again this time and stuff like that. Like, I'm completely done with him because I washed my hands. So let me tell y'all about the next thing. Moving on. I got this little friend. He really cool. He from New Orleans. We not serious or anything. We just friendship. Like, we like solid friendship. I'm not gonna tell y'all his name because y'all don't need to know that, but y'all can know about the other people, but I'm not telling y'all his name. Anyways, he's really sweet. Like, I could tell he's different from the other guys I dealt with in the past because he never asked could he like sleep with me. He never called me out of my name. Like, he never disrespected me. Like, he always respect me and I always respect him. Like, he never asked me that, even though he's probably like 2 years younger than me, but he never like disrespected me or whatever. He's really, really cool. We still talk to this day. We met August of 2021 on Instagram. We kicked it since then. Like, we started kicking it, like texting. When I mean kicking it, I mean like texting, like just as friends. But he's really, really cool, y'all. And we still communicate now. He's sweet. Like, he texts me every day, just basically being a real gentleman, like doing what I want every man to do, like asking me how my day is, asking me, like getting to know me basically. And that's what he do. He asks me how my day was, what I did today and stuff like that. Like, he's a gentleman. Like, he really takes the time to think about me, think about asking me what I'm doing, instead of being, oh, can I just sleep with you? He never asked me none of that. Like, he never got out of the pocket asking me none of that. But he is really, really cool, y'all. But hopefully we gonna see where it goes. We might date in a couple of years, you never know. But for right now, I think we should just keep it as friendship. Still, like, build that friendship, get to know each other, whatever. But moving on, I basically just want my ladies, like, to know y'all worth. Don't put up with nothing. Don't put up with abuse. Don't put up with a man talking to you any kind of way. If you're in an abusive relationship, get out of that relationship before it is too late. Do not let a man talk to you. And I feel like a majority of these men treat women the way they do because they witnessed their father treating their mother any kind of way when they were younger. Like their father would abuse their mother, talk to them any kind of way, just like put their hands on them in general. And I feel like a woman should never stay just for the sake of the child. I'd rather be, if I was going through an abusive relationship, I'd rather be happy, single, raising my child, than be staying and laying up with a man that abused me and taught me any kind of way. Like, I was not dealing with that, and I'm not going to deal with it because I know my worth. I know that I am enough. Like I say, I don't want my women, like my young ladies like me and other young ladies, I don't want y'all dealing with it. Just know y'all worth. Know that it is somebody out there for y'all, and just know that every men is not the same. You have genuine nice men, but it's like hard to find. You have men that don't put their hands on women or don't talk to them in any kind of way. But I would definitely recommend getting in a relationship where you're happy. You have a man that's gonna like not abuse you, like do any harm to you, that's going to take care of you and value you and show you, like help you grow as a person and show you that he know that you're worthy and stuff like that. So I advise, do not be in an abusive relationship because it's toxic and it's not going to end well, and you just going to continue being beat up, and it's like you never going to leave, like because that's the only person you know, that's the only person you been knowing for so many years, or the only person that's been taking care of you. I would advise get out of that relationship because it's not healthy for your mental health, just physical well-being. It's just not healthy at all. And a lot of celebrities that us younger generation girls look up to, that's what be going on behind closed doors that we don't know about, but it always comes to light like later on. That's why I say do not look up to these celebrities. Make your own goals, make your own couple goals. Do not try to have goals like somebody else, because you never know what somebody is going through. But like I said, just set your own goals. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are enough. Even if journaling helps when you feeling down, or you feeling like you're not enough, or nobody cares about you, or if you want to practice self-love or self-worth, you can always journal that stuff down and just think about it day to day. Like me, I have this tattoo saying I am enough because I felt like in a period of my life where I felt like I wasn't pretty enough. I always felt like I was ugly and that I was never gonna find like the true love of my life, and I just always felt like down. And it's getting better because sometimes I still have those feelings where I'm like, dang, I'm ugly and I wish I was like such and such girl because she's pretty and stuff like that. I still have my time, but I always try to note to myself that you are enough, you are beautiful enough and everything. But I have this tattoo, y'all probably can't see it, but it says I am enough. I'm trying to flip it like this, but it says I am enough. Hopefully I can adjust it for y'all at the end of the video, but it says I am enough. But just know that you are worthy, you are enough. Take time to focus on yourself. It's not always about being there for somebody else. Like, focus on yourself. And I just want ladies to pay attention to red flags that y'all get from these men. When you know that they're abusive, don't stick around, don't keep going back to them, because they know that they can keep doing it over and over to you again, because they know that you're not going nowhere, that you can come back if you eventually do leave. But ladies, know y'all worth. I can't force y'all. Like, I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect. I'm not saying I ain't never been through these situations. Like, I never had nobody put their hands on me except for my father. Like, my father was very abusive growing up. Like, he was abusive to my mother even though they weren't married, because he already had a wife. He was married to my stepmother, she was so evil, and he had other kids. They were mean to me. I was abused by my father growing up when my mother passed from cancer when I was 7. So I experienced, sorry y'all, my camera had stopped recording because it had got to the limit. But like I was saying, I was abused by a man growing up, by my father. It was just, I'm just so glad to this day that I won't have, like, my goal is to not be with somebody like my father that's gonna abuse me, talk to me any kind of way. Like, my goal is to not find somebody in the future that's like abusive like my father, because I don't want to go through that. I already went through that, so why go through that again? When you know that you're worthy, you know your worth, you know that you're not going to put yourself in that situation again. But yeah, I'm not trying to talk down on my mama. I just wish I would have got to know her more. I was so young when she died because I didn't know about death. But I just would have wished she knew her worth and knew that she was enough, because she just continued to let him abuse her. And when she finally tried to move on, he would threaten her and be like, oh, if you find a new man, then I'm gonna hurt him and you. He was just what's the word I'm looking for? He was just controllive, or like, I don't like try to control people. He was just like obsessed with her, and it was just crazy. Like, you can't let men do that to you. And I feel like she finally had got to a point to where she had knew her worth and knew it was time to move on one day. She wasn't gonna deal with it. So my advice to ladies is don't deal with it. Because one thing about me, I ain't dealing with that. If you decide to put your hands on me, just know that you're going to get hit back. I'm going to fight it, and I'm going to continue to fight. If I ever had to go through something like that, like, you think you're going to put your hands on me and I'm not going to hit you back, you got another thing coming. But my goal in life is to never go through that. As soon as I see a red flag, I am going. I'm not going through that, because you have so many women dying behind that and just like getting hurt really, really bad, and that can leave you traumatized for life. And I'm not dealing with that. But I don't want to talk y'all head off, but I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if y'all do, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all want me to do another chit chat with y'all, just leave it down in the comments and give me more topics to talk about. But I really thank y'all for tuning in, and hopefully I can make more videos like this to where I just chit chat with y'all. But thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in my next video.
And I never ever let the fuckery get to me. Why not? Niggas ain't worth my energy. What you had to do? Cut them off.